It's from the Tao Te Ching. They say in normal learning, every day you add something new, and in the way of the Tao, every day you let go of something that you no longer
Mm,
need. It's a
mm,
return to that simplicity.
mm,
Um, and even though Taoism isn't Buddhism, um, most of the Mahayana filtered through China is heavily influenced by Taoism.
mm,
You could almost say that you have Theravadan Buddhism as Buddhism, and Chinese Buddhism Chan, and Japanese Buddhism Zen, and most other Buddhism is Buddhism mixed with Taoism.
mm,
Because it came into China through a couple of different ways and
mm.
developed there. Um, which actually brings me into a whole other thing that I want to talk about, but I don't want to switch subjects yet. So maybe remind me of that later, of the traveling of Buddhism and what it means to be a Buddhist, and my complaints about the sort of myopic practitioner and scholar who won't touch the practice. Uh, Sort of, I would call it a straw man argument that they throw up against Buddhism. So we can talk about that later. But if you have anything to say about the man on the train and the drunken guy and the beginner's mind and all of that, like I do want to stay focused on that first.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just a little bit. I guess I'm still thinking, I'm still trying to understand this idea of optimal grip, but yeah, it's good that you mentioned that. Yeah, you have to kind of be that guy. You have to feel it. You cannot try to, you've heard about this story and that now you're in a similar type of situation and you're not feeling it and then you just try to act it out. Like, I mean, yeah, you do have to kind of to feel it, and it's hard to say how but you kind of know it. And some of it is a little confidence that's built over time. I think this sort of the Aristotelian character building, maybe like that. That old man has probably been in. That is not the first time he has been in a sort of dangerous, stressful situation with wild human beings. He would have, you know, experienced it and reflected on it and everything, and sort of maybe he was that young man at some point, or had a friend that was like that, or it's etc. Um,
I would, if I can interject briefly, I would even say that um, if this is a Buddhist teaching story, if we're treating it as one, so I'm just going to assume, that that's sort of, you said Aikido, but like what, whatever. Just if we look at this as a Buddhist training story, like the old man meditates, he's a practitioner. That's that. Otherwise, he's why are we telling the story? And when you meditate, your own aggression presents itself, and you become intimately familiar with your own aggression, your own lust, your own ignorance, your own desire, your own pain, your own suffering. You no longer try to escape it, and because you are intimately familiar with it in yourself, when you see it in other people, it doesn't trigger anything because you're already comfortable with it in here. So when you see it out there, you're like, oh, I know that. I've dealt with that here. I can deal with that there. But if you don't deal with it here, when you see it out there, when you see somebody aggressive, all of your fears around aggression arise, and you don't have the training to integrate them and meet the external aggression the way you would want to meet it. So it complicates everything, gets complicated there.
yeah, yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, but yeah, that's all I kind of wanted to say about that story.